Having worked at a gun counter for multiple years of my life, I totally understand the decision paralysis that's associated with walking up to a storefront with tons of options, makes and models. It can be daunting and stressful to think that your life may depend on the purchase that you make that day. In this particular video, I'm not going to be talking about each make and model, although I will have some picked out in a video later on. What we're going to be talking about today mainly is caliber selection. Understanding a few key calibers and what they do best may help eliminate some of that decision paralysis when you go to purchase your next firearm. Here at Rajco, we like talking about 5 main calibers that we think suit most needs and are usually readily available. Let's roll. Starting with handguns, 9mm. Also known as 9x19 Luger, 9x19 Parabellum, and 9mm NATO, is a ubiquitous round in every gun shop in the country. Compared to other handgun rounds, 9mm is relatively cheap, lightweight, and tends to have less recoil than other handgun rounds like 45 caliber or 10mm. Many 9mm handguns accept double-stack magazines, offering more rounds in a compact package. For example, a flush-fitting magazine in my medium to compact Glock 19 holds a total of 15 rounds. Compare that to a full-size 1911, which only holds 7 rounds in the mag, plus one in the chamber is a total of 8 rounds. So while the 1911, chambered in 45, may have more stopping power than 9 in certain cases, it does come at a cost. 9mm is one of the most common carry rounds, creating a great balance of capacity, controllability, and effectiveness for everyday use. Moving on to rifles. 5.56 by 45 NATO, often listed with 223 Remington, was developed alongside the AR-15 concept. Small, high velocity, and lightweight, great for controllability and carrying more ammo. With some medium to entry long distance capabilities, 5.56 is reliably effective between 300 and 500 yards. This caliber is extremely common in stores and can usually be found shot out of a couple different platforms like AR-15s and even bolt-action rifles. If it were up to me, I'd set you up with an AR-15 for this particular caliber, and when it comes to bolt-action rifles, this next one's the winner. 7.62 by 51 NATO, otherwise known as 308 Winchester, is more long-distance capable than 5.56, effective range up to about 800 yards. This is definitely one of the most common hunting rifles on retail shelves right now. This round is effective on medium to large game like deer and elk, and this caliber is usually shot out of bolt-action rifles or DMR-style platforms. 7.62 by 51 and 308 are known for better energy retention, wind resistance, and barrier penetration at range in comparison to 5.56. This is a very practical caliber for both hunting and defensive roles. Next up, 12 gauge. The most common shotgun bore can be found at almost every firearm store. You starting to see the pattern yet? 12 gauge has a variety of load types like birdshot for small game, buckshot for home defense, and slugs for deer and longer range use. Ranging from close quarters defense to hunting and target, 12 gauge really is the do-it-all shotgun platform. The recoil felt when shooting 12 gauge is noticeable, but manageable with the correct stance, fitment, and practice. And last up, 22 long rifle. Easily the smallest caliber on the list and the cheapest, making it great for training applications. A box of about 1,000 rounds costs anywhere between $60 and $80, making high volume practice super affordable. Use cases for 22 long rifle include target practice and plinking, small game hunting, and pest control. With practical accuracy out to about 100 yards, but you want to probably stay within 50 if you're going to do any small game hunting. The recoil felt on 22 long rifle is negligible, making it suitable for younger shooters under supervision to learn the fundamentals. And just to note, 22 LR is not an ideal primary defensive caliber. Don't rely on your bedside Ruger 1022 to stop the boogeyman at night. And that's not to say that 22 LR can't be lethal, because it absolutely can be. But when weighing the options against other defensive rounds that are on the market, this one is not my first choice. Now you may be asking yourself, why are these the particular calibers that I should be starting with? And the answer is based off of 2 main things: the effectiveness for their role and availability. These rounds do their jobs exceptionally well without being exotic. When you remove 22 LR from the list, you're left with 9mm, 5.56, 7.62 by 51, and 12 gauge. Those are all rounds that are paired with military contracted service weapons within NATO and other armed forces. And that is what drives large volume production and strong supply lines. In times of high demand, like war, political unrest, or supply chain disruptions, manufacturers will often prioritize big contractual orders. That can make niche, hunting, and civilian calibers harder to find while these workhorses are being produced at scale. So while everyone's looking for 10mm, 6.5 PRC, and 410 gauge, these ammo manufacturers are supplying orders for 9mm, 5.56, and 12 gauge. And when those orders do finally get fulfilled, we're left with what's at the end of that production line. Slowly but surely, those civilian, niche, and hunting rounds will come back to the market, but it will take a while. And I've even seen where people haven't been able to shoot their favorite rifle for 2+ years because they either didn't get enough ammo up front or something happened in the world that kind of left them out to dry. My final advice to you is to have these calibers first on your list when you go to make your next gun purchase. That way you're not put in a position of not being able to use those firearms. Once you have this list covered, then go buy your niche and exotic rounds that do hyper-specific things. And to the people who already have your guns out there, go get yourself a couple more boxes of ammo. I hope this video was helpful in guiding you through your first firearms purchase or your next one. If you'd be so kind as to hit that like button and subscribe for more informative videos like this one. And be sure to leave any questions in the comment section below. I'll be sure to take a look at them. And until next time, stay safe, stay sharp, ya Raj.